If you're like me, I know you love some quick and easy meals that you can make on the weekend, on the weekday, that doesn't take much time, that you can put on the table for your family that taste amazing. Well, I have got 4 of those recipes today. 4 amazing quick and easy meals for y'all to choose from. Hey friends, my name's Susan, and thanks for stopping by. Today I've got 4 of those quick and easy meals your family will love, and I mean love. Quick, easy, simple. One's a crock pot meal, the others are just as easy. Whenever you need something quick, whenever you get home from work, I've got that for you. Come on, let's get our ponytails up, and let's get to making some quick and easy recipes your family's gonna love. You know it. Let's get to cooking. And tonight we're going to make some air fryer chicken shawarma wraps. You can always make this in the oven or in a pan. But you know, I've got the air fryer and it looks pretty easy. Dump and go basically. So I have about 1 to 1.5 pounds of chicken tenders that I've cut up. I do have some tandoori bread that we can put the chicken shawarma in. Of course, a Greek yogurt to go on it. I do have some onion to put that in. I do have some shawarma spices, and I've got that link down below if you want the homemade shawarma spices. Some green bell pepper, some red bell pepper, some garlic, some olive oil, and the air fryer, which is the last thing we need. So let's get all of this mixed in the bowl. Like I said, it's pretty much a dump and go, and then we'll put it all in the air fryer and let it cook. And let's go ahead and get this put together. I'm going to add in the 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt first. And now we're just going to add the rest of the ingredients. I've got the spice seasoning. I've got the bell peppers, the red bell peppers, the olive oil, minced garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and add in, it says half a red onion. Y'all know I only use Vidalia. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a half of a Vidalia onion, and I'm going to go ahead and get this separated out. It did say sliced, not diced. So I do have it in slices, which is fine. That'll make it good whenever you're eating it, and hopefully these will cook up nice and pretty whenever we put them in the air fryer. And I believe we've got everything kind of divided out. That's good. Let's go ahead and stir this up. I didn't only put about 1 pound of chicken tenders in this just because Danny, you know, it's just Danny and I. We don't need to make a lot. You can always put more than that. And I'm going to go ahead and mix this up, and once this gets well mixed, then we'll get to the air fryer. And I've got the air fryer on 375. I'm going to go ahead and let it do for about 12 minutes. It says to cook it for 16 to 18 minutes. I don't think it's going to need that much time. So I'm going to go ahead and add the ingredients in. Make sure you have some type of hot pad to put your tray on. And I'm going to go ahead and add all the ingredients in. And get all of this spread out real good. And get as much of this spice out of the bowl as I can, because this is good stuff. And this smells really good. Okay. Let's get this put in. 12 minutes. We'll see where we're at. I've let it cook for about 14 minutes, and look at this. I don't know if you can see how good that looks. It smells amazing, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to taste it. So let's get this on some of our tandoori flatbread. And here we go. I've got the tandoori flatbread. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this wonderful chicken shawarma on it. Now you can put some Greek yogurt on this, but if I know Danny, he'd rather have a little sour cream. And I know that might seem weird to some people, but very similar. And there you go. It is air fryer chicken shawarma. It's supposed to be a wrap, but I gave him so much he probably won't be able to wrap it. But we'll see. We'll see how he eats it. And that's for supper tonight. So tonight I'm going to make some taco rice soup, and not in the crock pot. Y'all know I can go between a crock pot and an Instant Pot in 2 seconds flat, and that's what we're doing tonight. You can put it in the crock pot and go by the recipe and let it cook. I am going to do it in the Instant Pot and get everything cooked in one pot. No browning your hamburger in a different place and all that good stuff. It's all going to be in the Instant Pot. So let's go through the rest of the ingredients. Taco seasoning. I've got some garlic salt. I've got some kidney beans, whole kernel corn. I've got some rotel, some black beans, onion, water and rice that I'm going to use to make the rice, and beef broth. And of course the star of the show is the hamburger meat that is already in the Instant Pot. I have it turned on saute, and we're going to get this sauteing up so we can start putting our soup together in just one pot. And I've just about got all of the hamburger meat completely sauteed, and I'm going to leave that beef drippings in there just because it'll just make the soup taste a lot better. I'm not going to worry about getting that grease out because it'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and add in half of a diced onion into this mix, and the taco seasoning and garlic salt. And let me go ahead and stir that around for just a little bit. And then I'm going to start adding in the items that need to really go in the bottom, such as the rice. The rice needs to be close to the bottom, that way it can cook a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rice in. And I'm going to go ahead and add the 2 cups of water in. That should make it 2 cups of rice by the time it gets through cooking. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and add in the 3 cups of beef broth. And now we're going to go ahead and add in the vegetables. I'm going to add in the can of corn, the can of rotel, and the black beans and kidney beans that I have rinsed and drained. I'm going to go ahead and stir this around just a little bit. There we go. Get everything ready to roll. Now I'm going to put the lid on this and do this for 10 minutes. I'm talking 10 minutes. That should do the rice, because you know it's a pressure cooker, and everything else should be done right along with it. So let's put this on and pressure cook it for 10 minutes. And here you go. I did mix it up a little bit, but here is the taco beef and rice soup, and it is ready to go in a bowl and be ate. And let's go ahead and put some Mexican cheese on top of this soup, and a little bit of sour cream. And there you go, taco rice soup, and it's what's for supper tonight. And we're going to start some slow cooker chicken Parmesan meatballs, because we're going to make chicken Parmesan meatball subs is what we're going to make for supper tonight. So let me tell you what's in it. I'm only doing half the recipe. It costs for 2 pounds, and you know it's just Danny and I, so I'm just doing a pound. Panko breadcrumbs. I've got some minced onion, an egg, some minced garlic. I've got some oregano and some Italian seasoning. I've got some grated Parmesan, some Rayos, marinara, and of course the ground chicken that's going to go in this. And that's all you need other than a little salt and pepper. So let's go ahead and get this mixed in the bowl and get this into the crock pot so it can start cooking. Now let's go ahead and get these meatballs put together. I'm going to go ahead and get the 1 egg put into the bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and get it whisked up. And if you're enjoying this video so far, go ahead and please press that subscribe button and subscribe. Now we're going to get the rest of the ingredients going in. I'm going to get the panko, the minced garlic, the seasoning, the oregano and the Italian seasoning, the onion is going in, and the Parmesan cheese is going in. And I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up real good before I put the chicken in. Now, that's ready for the chicken. I'm only using 1 pound, so I'm going to go ahead and get that in as best I can. Let's see, easier way. And I'm basically just going to make me some meatballs. And I've got all of the chicken mixed together real well. I'm going to go ahead and just make some meatballs. It doesn't say what size, but they need to go in a sandwich, so they don't need to be humongous. But they may cook down just a little bit. I'm just going to make them about that size. Right about there. Nice big ones. And these should be good. Now let's get the chicken into the crock pot. I'm going to go ahead and pour half of the marinara sauce into the bottom. And I'm going to place each of the chicken meatballs into the marinara sauce. Now we're going to pour the rest of the marinara sauce on top. Make sure that all of the chicken is well coated. Now we've got everything in. I'm going to close the lid. I'm going to turn this on low for 6 to 8 hours. And then we'll come back and we'll see what kind of good chicken meatballs we've got. That is chicken Parmesan meatballs we've got. And whenever I come home, this is what I found. Look at that. I can stir them all around, and the chicken meatballs are separated. They're not all together. They're fully cooked. Look at this. Look at that. Now that is going to make a great chicken Parmesan meatball sandwich. So let's get this on a bun so we can get some eating going on. And this is a sub roll. I went ahead and put a little bit of mayonnaise on it because y'all know us. And some of the marinara sauce, and I'm going to go ahead and add in 3 of these chicken meatballs. Now let's add the mozzarella cheese on it. And here you go, a Parmesan chicken. And here you go, a chicken Parmesan meatball slider, sub, sandwich, whatever you want to call it. And it's what's for supper tonight. And let's start making the Florentine chicken. I have got some spinach that I had left over from another meal. I used half of it for one. I've used half of it for this one. Some olive oil, some butter, some minced garlic, some chicken broth or chicken stock. That is some basil, Parmesan, and of course chicken that I've defrosted in the microwave and then cut into somewhat strips that I'm going to use in this. I think I need some heavy cream, and I think that's about everything else I need in this. So let's go ahead and put a little olive oil in the pan and get the chicken going. And I have let the chicken cook in the pan until it's nice and done. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the microwave to keep warm. And I'm going to go ahead and add the butter in to basically deglaze the pan. Now that the butter is just about melted, I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic in, which is very fragrant. And I don't want to burn the garlic, so I've already got it started. Let me go ahead and add in the chicken broth. That'll help so the garlic will not burn. And I'm going to go ahead and add in the basil. And get this stirred up just a little bit. Let it heat through. And this has been thinning down just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add in the cup of heavy cream, which is cool, and it's going to cool it down just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use my whisk to whisk all the good stuff off the bottom and get everything blended well together, basically. I know that the recipe says to sprinkle with the Parmesan cheese, but I like to put it into the actual sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in the sauce. I've done this quite a few times, and I'm like, this is way too much Parmesan to just sprinkle on the top. So this will help it all melt down, which I love. I'm going to go ahead and put this on low for about a minute and let that simmer down. That way it'll reduce just a little bit. Doesn't need much, just a little bit. And then we will add the spinach. I've been letting it basically simmer for about 2 minutes, and look at this, it's reduced down a little bit. It's thickened up a little bit, which is what you want. You don't want it real runny. And it'll continue to do that whenever you add the rest of it in. I'm going to go ahead and add in my spinach that I have chopped well. The baby spinach was more pricey, so I got the adult spinach and basically took some of the stems off and chopped it down real good. That way it would be basically like baby spinach. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here and let this wilt down for about 2 minutes maybe, because y'all know it doesn't take long. And then I'll add my chicken back in and get it all nice and coated. And then it'll be time to eat. They have wilted down quite a bit in the 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pour and exchange all of this chicken that I had. Keep them warm in the microwave. If y'all don't know, putting your warm items in the microwave keeps them warm for a long time because it's very well insulated. I'm going to go ahead and flip them over a few times. That way they can get some of the juices all over them. Now all I'm going to do is let these simmer for about another 2 to 3 minutes. 5 at most, doesn't need a lot because they're already cooked. And it's time to eat. And I've actually let it simmer in the pot with the lid off to help it reduce just a little bit and thicken up. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a little bowl on my plate and get some bread so I can sop all that goodness up. I'm not caring for a big side. You could always put a big side with it. That's not a problem. But I'm more just wanting the juice to sop up with the bread. Let me go ahead and get a couple pieces of chicken out. It's been cooking in that juice and I'm sure it's absolutely wonderful. And now I want to get some of this wonderful juice out of the pan with the spinach leaves on it. And there's quite a bit of juice. It did reduce down quite a bit. Okay. Now we've got lots of goodness going on. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple pieces of the Asiago cheese bread in here, because you know I love it. Chicken Florentine with a little Asiago bread to dip into the good juices. And that is what's for supper tonight. Now, if you loved those 4 recipes, leave me a comment down below and let me know. I love to hear what you liked and what you'd like to see in an upcoming video. And if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to press that button down below and subscribe so you don't miss any of the fun and good food. And if you enjoyed this video, you'll love this video right here. Go check it out. And until next time, see you then.